Hello, my homies. One smart cat doing some Fear the Reaper. Technically not doing Fear the Reaper because this is a new horror Asym that is not out yet. It hasn't done a playtest, it hasn't done a beta. Hopefully soon the beta will be out and we will be able to give it a try. But for now, we are going to do a deep dive into each of the teaser trailers that are currently out for the game. I'm gonna show the teaser trailer just in case there are people who have not seen it yet, and then we will go further into each of the trailers because I have been on the Fear the Reaper Discord for over the last week and we've been able to get a lot of information from there. The dev for Fear the Reaper has been very active in the Discord and has answered a lot of questions. So there's still a lot that we don't know about this game, but from what I've seen so far, it's solving a lot of issues that me personally have been having with Dead by Daylight, Identity V, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all that stuff. So let's just jump into the first teaser trailer and we will start digging in to this brand new Asym that's coming up. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we've seen. I'm gonna let this play in the background while I talk about the gameplay loop a little bit. So one of my favorite things about Asym horrors when it comes to DBD, Identity V, all that stuff, is I'm a huge fan of chases. The chase sequences are always the most fun for me as an individual. You know, you might like whatever you like, but this game seems to be focusing a lot more on chases than anything else, you know. And I'm not talking about looping or any like cheese strats or anything. It feels like what this game is trying to do is making it so whenever you get in a one-on-one with the Reaper, you know, the hunter killer, whatever, either you're gonna lose them and you win the chase by losing them, and you know, in that essence you are able to continue on doing whatever you're doing, or the Reaper wins the chase by catching you and you lose one of your health states. If the Reaper catches you, he wins the chase and you lose a health state. There's no flashbangs that are gonna save you, or you know, somebody breaking a hook or anything like that. You either win or you lose the chase. Now, some of the stuff that we're seeing here is, you know, the Reaper being able to jump into different places. They are able to turn invisible. We'll see more from the Reaper's point of view in the next trailer. But what we should point out, jump back over here real quick, and we'll hit a pause right here. On the left, you can see there's a Seer with her 3. There is going to be a role system in this game. So you can be the final girl, you can be the Seer. There's also somebody called a Protector. Each of these things will give you either an ability or an item that you're able to use as that specific role. From the Seer, they are able to have 3 points of this ability that whenever they use it, everybody on the map is able to see where the Reaper is. A very strong ability, but you only get this 3 times. Once you use it, that's it. You don't have it anymore. You can't get any more charges. So, you know, you kind of have to balance out when you want it to go on. From the Protector, he has a shotgun that has 2 shells. You can see on the bottom right there, this character has also found a shotgun. It only has one shell. It does stun the killer for a little bit, or I think we're calling them slashers right now, or slayers right now. The game is still in development, so we haven't, not everything has been hashed out. But you can see here, whenever he teleports into the closet and he gets blasted by the shotgun, that uses up the shotgun. So yes, there are stuns in this game, but the developer has already actively said that it's not going to be anything that can be crazily abused, because even though he gets stunned there, that gun is now useless. There's no way to reload it. There's, the only way to get more bullets is to find more shotguns, which are, they're limited in the map. So what happens if there's 4 survivors there? Each one of them has a shotgun and they stun one after the other. As much as a temporary inconvenience as that would be, all those guns are useless once they do the stun. And from what the dev has been saying, being around the Reaper for that long, people are going to start dying very, very quickly. The Reaper continuously gets faster. They eventually reach a rage mode where they can turn invisible and just grab from the invisibility. Pretty much sticking around and harassing the Reaper is going to lead to your death. The dev has been very adamant in saying that the Reaper is meant to be feared, and you will have stuff that you're able to use to help you survive, but the Reaper is the power role and will remain the power role. Some of the other stuff that we can look at are, there is going to be a perk system. Those 2 circles on the right are perks, but those perks are going to be part of the gaming economy. Let it play a little bit here for a second and we can see the money. You see there's like 16 cents right there. You get money from, I think you can find it around the map, but you get money from doing objectives, from the final girl staying alive. The final girl is its own role that is pretty important. We'll talk about that a little later on. And you use the money to get perks, which are one-time uses. So they're kind of like add-ons in Dead by Daylight. That in general will be its own way to kind of balance out the meta, because anything that is a strong perk is going to cost more money. So you're going to have to save up money if you want to like always be running the optimal stuff, instead of, oh well, once you get a perk like in Dead by Daylight, you could just use it forever. It doesn't, you can use the best build every time you play Dead by Daylight. It's kind of going to be different here, because every time you use it, it's a one-time use, and the more powerful ones will cost more money. So it's a cool way to be able to balance out, that whole scenario of, running the best stuff all the time. Now, you can see this eyeball that just appeared whenever the Reaper was in that room. This is the whole chase mechanic of the game. Whenever the eyeball appears, you are in a chase. Whenever it's open, the Reaper can literally see you. You are within line of sight. Whenever it's closed, you're still in a chase, but the Reaper doesn't have line of sight of you. The survivors in this game, the residents, the whole objective is to mind game the Reaper into losing you, either losing them in the house, making them think you go into the house and you go around the back. There's going to be a lot of ways to do it. So far from what I've seen, it is making me very excited for this game, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Let's jump to the next video that is from the point of view of the Reaper, and we can talk more about the game. All right, so there's a lot of stuff happening from the Reaper's point of view. Right now, you can see he does have a way to detect people running around the map, and he's able to move very quickly in this state. There are 2 states that the Reaper has. I'm going to pause it real quick before we catch up to the resident. Okay, so there's this state where the Reaper is invisible. He's able to move very quickly. He can go around and basically stalk residents. Then he has the next state where he's actually physical and he can grab them and break through doors and all that good stuff. What you can see here, if you look at the bottom left where it says space bar, there are going to be specific rules for him being able to come out into the physical form. You can't just, appear directly on somebody. There's line of sight. There's a certain distance that you have to be, so you won't be able to just appear right in front of somebody. Now, there have been questions in the Discord about if a resident gets seen, is that it? Like, once the Reaper sees me, am I gonna die? No, at the start of a chase, you have the advantage as a resident because you actually move faster than the Reaper. The longer the chase goes on, the Reaper gets more powerful. They do begin to get faster and faster, and eventually they get into the rage mode. But that is the whole dynamic of the chase. You need to use the beginning of the chase when you're faster than the Reaper to try to get into a house, to, run into a bush, lose line of sight. You need to win the chase before the Reaper gets to rage mode. Because once rage mode happens, then you're probably pretty fucked. The Reaper's probably going to get you for the chase. Now, whenever he does get you is whenever the grab happens. That's this whole scenario right here, where he's able to teleport into the closet ambush. You can also see that over there on the left. The resident gets a quick time event whenever that happens. If they fail that quick time event, they can instantly die. So you have to make sure that you pass it. It's not a hard event. It's the QE that was in the previous video is basically the same thing. But you do lose the health state there no matter what. So once you get caught the 3rd time, then that's it. You're dead from that one. We are going to jump into the next teaser. And in the next one, it is internal playtests that the dev and I'm assuming some of his friends are doing. And we'll be able to see a little bit of the whole communication factor. And it also brings up some of the 1v7 and role stuff, because this one is the actual initial trailer that we're about to watch. So let's jump to that.
I'm gonna lock myself in church. He's gonna chase me to church. I'm gonna lock myself in.
Okay.
Hey boys, you ready?
Hello?
Hello.
I'm gonna
What can
lock
we-
myself in church right now.
We
How
got
can
2
we
shotguns in this building.
We can go hide in the room real quick. Let's go hide in this one. This one's really good.
Wait.
Come
What
in.
if we
Come.
just all hold this door?
Yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah.
just wait there. What's
Ah!
up?
Please leave me alone. Somebody help me!
I'm so
Oh,
gonna
it
die this
doesn't-
match. I'm so
it
used to
doesn't-
now being immune to locker ambush. That's fine with the
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Good. We chill?
That was not Ryan.
That was me,
That was
What-
in
what
game
happened,
beasted.
bro.
Shut up,
I was looking at the shotgun because it was on the table, and I was like, "Oh my god! Like it doesn't show shotguns, huh?" And then I hear breathing, and I look to my right. There's that just standing there.
All right, so more stuff to talk about with this trailer. There is going to be in-game chats, and it will be global for the residents. no matter where they are on the map, they'll be able to talk to each other. For the Reaper, it will only be proximity. So if the Reaper's around a group of people talking, they will be able to hear them. The Reaper will not be able to talk in game, so they won't be able to run around and blast like Kumbia music or R&B or anything like that. Of course, people are going to be using Discord. The dev has pretty much stated if people use Discord, it's not a huge detriment to the Reaper in general. So, I mean, people are going to use it if they have friends to play with. It is what it is. That being said, the trailer also shows that there are different objectives. There is a bus that one person is able to escape on. Then there are endgame scenarios where if you're the last one alive, you have to basically survive a chase with the Reaper. Or if there's multiple people alive, you can actually try to kill the Reaper. Now, unlike Friday the 13th, whenever you would want to, attempt to kill Jason, if y'all try to kill Jason and it didn't work, then okay, so what? Everybody could still try to escape. They could still go to the cops. They could still leave the camp, whatever. In this, if you decide to do to attempt to kill the Reaper, it's to the death. So either y'all are going to kill the Reaper, which apparently is going to be very hard to do, or you're all going to die. There's no trying to kill the Reaper and then getting away scot-free. You know what I mean? I think that's fun. I think that's cool. Something else that the dev has already stated, if this ever becomes a situation where people can continuously kill the Reaper easily, like if people figure out a way to do it, like this is the most optimum way to kill the Reaper, and every single game Reapers are dying, the dev has just straight up said that they will rebalance it. The Reaper is always meant to be feared, and the Reaper is always meant to be the power role. So is there a way to kill the Reaper? Yes. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Is that a good thing? Yes, that is a damn good thing. You shouldn't be in a horror movie and the victims always win. That's not a thing. That shouldn't be a thing. All right, so we have one more teaser trailer, which actually kind of shows what one of the endgame scenarios can look like. So let's jump over to that. All right, so this last trailer doesn't really show anything too much more than what we've already talked about. There are stuff that we just don't know yet. Like, we don't know the exact specifics of the way that this showdown works, but I'm pretty sure it's whenever you are the last one alive and you need to survive the chase. That's guessing from me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If you can lose him on a one-on-one chase, and I think you're able to win. Let's talk about what she does here, though. So she locks the door, she runs over here to the back, opens the door so it looks like she went out that way, and then she hides in the closet. This game is a lot of mind games. That's kind of the purpose. It's trying to, whenever you are the resident, it's trying to lose the Reaper. Whenever you're the Reaper, it's trying to catch the resident. Now, she makes a bad decision here by going to the back of the building, because if she did trick him, that's where he's going to end up anyway. He's going to end up over there in the back of the building. So that wasn't a good choice. But I mean, this might have been made purposefully, you know, just to showcase the thing. The other thing that I want to point out is the sound design of the game. So the Reaper is supposed to be loud whenever he is present. Let's turn that off and turn this back on. So you can hear the Reaper coming whenever he's a physical form. You hear his footsteps, you hear him banging on doors. All of this stuff can be used to the Reaper advantage as well by, you know, opening doors on one side and then going to the other side. It's a bunch of different mind games, which once again is a direction that this game is going that I am a huge fan of. There's so much that we don't know about this game yet, but from everything that I've seen, it is making me want to play this game very badly. All right, so first and foremost, I want to hear y'all's opinions about what you've seen so far. Do you think this game is moving in a good direction? Do you not like what you saw? Let me know in the comments, good or bad. I want to see what people are thinking about it. I have not been this excited for indie horror Asym since Puppet Master the game. Like, Puppet Master the game was a great indie. I made a lot of content for it. I want to make more content for it, and you know, hopefully Puppet Master the game gets go get Puppet Master the game as well. It's completely free on Steam. Go get that. But talking about Fear the Reaper, it's solving so many issues for me, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I see you in another one of my videos. We